Yo, check the mic. One, two. Hear the stats ignite. In Bharat's economy, a powerhouse is the light. Fifth largest pillar, that's the packaging game. Last 12 months, it's been screaming out its name.
Ballooned up, a spectacle you got a salute. Rupees 7.36 lakh crore, and that's the absolute truth. That's $84 billion, dollars, no hallucination. FMCG explosion, spiking urban consumption.
From the paper to the ink, the rhythm is steady. The market is flexing. Yeah, it's more than ready. Bans on the plastic, sustainability is the call. Paper boards, the opportunity standing tall for all. The
Mm.
press is spinning. E commerce is the key. This is the hustle, the Indian industry.
Yo, paper packing, let the numbers all chime. 1.67 lakh crore, August's prime time. 19.07 billion, yeah, feel the flow. Gonna hit 4.07 lakh crore by 2030, so watch it grow.
CAGR 19.48, that's a staggering pace. Packaging's the winner, keeping up with the race. Innovations galore in 2025, eyeing double digit growth, keeping the dream alive. Custom labels, brown boxes that clients demand, we printing the future with a steady, strong hand.
So shout out to the government, PLI schemes in the mix, $19 billion investments, and that's the fix. Label converters, pharma packagers getting the turbocharge, 1.15 million jobs, living life so large. From the factory floor to the final delivery, this is the Indian packaging market making history.
Peace.
So, welcome to Industry Insights, and it's brought to you by What Packaging.
Today I'm Abhay Avadhani.
And I am Ramu Ramanathan.
So, today we will unpack the biggest trends, strategic pivots, and technological shifts which are defining India's packaging industry in 2025.
Okay.
So, this will draw from our exclusive year-ender survey from the top industry experts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Ramu, looking through the responses from rigid boxes to specialty films, one theme was clear is that the packaging sector is no longer just about high volume,
That's true,
it's about
Abhay.
high value.
Ah, yes, of course, Abhay. So the days of chasing only pure scale or high volume seems to be over. But if you look at what drove growth, a majority of the leaders, and this was a sort of year-ending survey called India's Packaging Trends 2025 year-ended
Yes,
year-ender, conducted by Noel Dikuna and Rahul Kumar.
yes.
I think couple of things emerged that it's what drove growth, and most of the leaders cited was stronger value mix and also a massive shift in customer demand.
Oh, yes, yes.
Mm.
So I think Krish Chatwal from Quality Labels,
Mm.
he saw growth from high-end labels in spirits and food industries.
Okay, okay. And our friend Sahil Rao from Unbox, that's based in Pune, he
Yes.
says that while volumes were the primary engine, it was mainly supported by consistent value addition. So again, interesting because it's a complex balancing act. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
just one ready-made formula which you can follow.
Yes, yes, it is. But I was struck with the strategic decisions to secure that mix.
Correct.
Yeah, Tanya Hansoti of S. Kumar Multi Products,
That's
she's a prime
Ahmedabad, no?
example. Yeah.
Ahmedabad, yeah.
Yes. So
Mm.
her growth was driven by volumes in core labels.
Hmm.
But the major shift was the launch of a new monocarton manufacturing line. So
Interesting.
this was a initiative investment driven by customers
Hmm.
who wanted integrated and single supplier solutions.
Makes a lot of sense. So it's a
Yeah.
good sort of perfect illustration of how the industry is evolving and what is the sort of definition of something called core offering. No?
Hmm.
So the strategic playbook, in a sense, is
Yeah.
diversification.
How
Sorry.
how?
So, SNS packaging, there's Siddhant Savla. So he has, for example, introduced pasting lamination in-house.
Okay.
And again, I think the rationale behind it is to gain tighter quality control and
Hmm.
faster lead times. And again, it comes back to, what we were discussing earlier, that core offering.
Yes,
So how do
yes.
you strengthen your core business resilience?
Yes. And meanwhile, Nikhil Sipani from Reliable Packaging,
Okay.
he invested in entering
Okay.
home appliance processed glass business.
Okay.
So this they are moving from outer packaging to being part of the product itself.
Mm.
That's an integration.
Right. No, it's like you remember that panel discussion that we had attended at Cosmoprof,
Yeah.
the gentleman from Pyramid Glass, what he was
Yes.
saying about low efficient and high efficiency glass production, and
Yeah, yeah.
that which was high efficient was not necessarily high value in terms
Yeah,
of
of
margin. So,
course.
it's again interesting, our perception of the glass industry from the outside and what's actually
Hmm,
translated
hmm, hmm.
on the lines. Yeah. So, curious to know, Abhay, are these investments that you are alluding to only for, physical machines, or is it something more?
No, I think they are also in digital intelligence.
Okay.
So Chetan Jain of Taurus Packaging and Tanya Hansoti,
Hmm.
they both highlighted the implementation of their ERP systems to make
Okay.
workflow smarter, of course.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So I guess that's where the future health of the business
Hmm.
lies. No, I mean, it was. You remember that workflow graph that we were looking at the other day?
Yeah.
That the actual factory production is probably just 8 to 9% of the overall workflow, and there's so much that's happening
Yeah.
prior to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Of actually depositing ink on whatever substrate or converting something. So
True.
I guess so. It in a way makes sense. This push towards
Hmm.
a smart automation, what our industry calls AI, and of course traceability, and
Hmm.
especially digital traceability. That I think the stamp of that is unmistakable.
That's true. And traceability is again an important aspect.
True.
Preeti Mishra from HoloSafe Security Labels,
Mm-hmm.
she noted that their most decisive investment was scaling up in track and trace, which is known as
Hmm.
TNT,
Hmm.
for their authentication reach.
Nice. Hmm.
Yeah, this is driven by a market shift where customers now want counterfeit protection
Makes sense.
and also consumer engagement tools in bundled into the packaging, of course.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
connecting the physical label to the digital ecosystem.
Yes. But I guess one of the things is 2025 has obviously been a tumultuous year.
Hmm.
And, the conversation really has been, what happens in terms of your blueprint, your macro
Hmm.
plans, etc. But financial reality,
Yeah.
I mean, there is obviously amortization at the center of it.
Hmm.
And this financial reality is kind of complicated, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chandrasekhar of SC
Oh,
Packaging
okay.
was,
Bangalore based. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So he was candid that profitability did not come from premium pricing alone.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Contrary to what we are, taught to. Yeah. And so the consensus, by seems to be that financial gains from sustainability are currently driven more by operational savings, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And higher compliance adoption than a customer paid premium, and
Ye-
that old debate, that IIM Calcutta debate of capex versus opex.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Pankaj Poddar from
Hmm.
Cosmo First,
Hmm.
he expects their increased use of renewable energy to achieve an annual cost saving of up to 25 crore rupees.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
this is becoming an internal efficiency engine for them, for Cosmo First.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So let's wrap up with the big picture. If our industry leaders, I mean, based on this, very basic industry
Yeah.
year-end survey that we have done,
Yeah.
could wave a magic wand. I mean, if they had that power,
Hmm.
and they could kill one common
Hmm.
practice,
Hmm.
the one thing in a way that's holding our sector back. According to you, again, based on the reports, what do you think it'll be, Abhay?
So I think we heard a common voice over here, which was
Okay.
very strong.
Okay.
So Chetan Jain would kill compromising quality to chase the lowest price.
Okay.
Preeti Mishra and Siddhant Savla both targeted the race to the bottom pricing
Okay.
and the overuse of plastic where fiber based alternatives are viable. So these
Hmm.
were their highlight points.
Nice, interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. So it seems the final lesson of 2025 is a renewed call for quality. It seems to be a renewed call for value, and it also some kind of what sensible, commonsensical
Yeah, yeah.
design, right?
Of course. So the Indian packaging industry is ready to go global.
Okay.
As Chetan Jain says, but it first needs to kill its old unsustainable habits.
And I suppose when he says old unsustainable habits, I suspect he means it in every sense of the term,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So well said, Abhay. I mean, this is fascinating. It was short and sweet and succinct, but a fascinating year overall.
Yes.
Strategic shifts, structural improvements, so many little things that are happening. No, I mean,
Definitely, yeah.
it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You think you've cracked it, but there are little things that happen. And so, anyway, in your true Abhay Avadhani Gharana ka
Oh
andaz,
God.
any final thoughts, Abhay? Come on, hit the mic.
Okay. So, yeah, the focus is sharp, the future is bright with Flexopress's systems shining their light. We are moving up fast, no time for debate to badger coated substrates sealing the gate.
Wow.
Got to stay clean, no fakes in the pack. For
Yeah.
combating counterfeiting, there's no turning back.
Sahi bola.
The big one is consumer packaging. The climb is so steep from 59.4 billion, a promise to keep.
True.
By 2035, the number is clear 103.4 billion, bringing it near. A
Hmm.
solid CAGR, watch the forecast increase. The market's on fire, demanding its peace.
Hmm. Correct here. Solid CAGR. Watch the forecast increase. Markets on fire, but be at peace. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Wow, Janab. Abhay, I think you should you are the Javed Akhtar of our
Oh
industry.
God.
Anyway, folks, these are our insights. If you have anything you would like to share with us, please do so. We would love to include it in the Indian packaging report. This is Ramu Ramanathan from What Packaging, and I hope these reports and these podcasts are edifying and informative for you.
Yes, see you in the next episode of Industry Insights by
Yes.
What Packaging.
And have a wonderful and a great new year.